Freemasonry and the globe earth theory. Today I've got two very short clips we're going to entertain, then I'm going to discuss a recent visit I made to a very old Masonic lodge. Very interesting one at that, I'll tell you. But first...
Why are Masons sometimes called traveling men?
It's a very interesting question, young man. And one we'll get to in a minute. That's just got me thinking. I wonder if there's any travelling men in the online globe community.
Know your realm, says Will. Are you a traveling man?
I'm a traveling man.
Oh, thank you, Will, for clearing that up. I was curious, yeah. Anyway, we'll continue with the video. Now on to my Masonic tour, where I essentially went to this very old lodge a short while back. And what I thought I'd be with loads of tourists on this tour, it turns out I was the only person who turned up. So the tour was given by the 33-degree Master Mason. Architecturally, the building was absolutely beautiful. But the energy inside the lodge, I gotta say, I wasn't digging it. I wasn't digging it at all. You go to energies and vibes and stuff like that. Go back to school days. What was the most magical classroom in school? The one where you were almost given free realm. The art room, where things were created from nothing, whether it be sculptures, paintings, ceramics, whatever it was. Many people's thought processes, they created something from nothing and put it into a physical form. And all these creative ideas and all these things that people have built, all these beautiful paintings, and you can feel that creative, almost magic within that classroom. Now, bearing in mind, I haven't been in an art classroom for quite some time. In the old days, you'd have pottery, sculptures, paintings, the list goes on. And like I said, it was the most magical room in the whole of the school, because it was really the only room people could actually expand and be creative without the restrictions of the education system. And like I said, it showed. You could feel that creative spark in the art classroom. Unlike when I was in the lodge, not that I was expecting to feel any creative spark or magic, but with the building being so beautiful on the outside, I expected the energy on the inside to be a little bit better. And before, when I booked the tour, it was a real old boy sat there in this beautiful old Chesterfield chair. He was like, before you finish the tour, I guarantee you'll want to be a Mason. I thought to myself, yeah, I think you're a little bit off the mark there, but I just smiled. But I didn't dig the energy inside the tour. And when I was having a chat with the Master Mason in there who gave the tour, naturally, I was going to discuss the shape of the earth. I didn't discuss flat earth because there's so many preconceived ideas and knee-jerk reactions that are associated to those words based off the propaganda and the misrepresentations. I simply spoke of the globe earth theory. And I highlighted to him that it was physically impossible. And I asked him his thoughts. The silence was deafening, and I could see from his eyes he was emotionally triggered by that. It's interesting, isn't it, to see the psychology at play? And I said to him, your silence, I said, sometimes silence says so much more than any words could. And he couldn't even muster a smile, bless him. I could see how that was triggering him, so I kind of pulled back and just carried on with the tour. Like I said, the building was beautiful, but the energy and the vibes wasn't for me. And it was interesting to see that the Master Mason was ruled by his emotions and trigger points, and was still having triggers and knee-jerk reactions to subjects, in this instance, questioning the globe earth theory. Yeah, I found it fascinating. And back to the original question that was, why are Masons referred to as travelling men? There's several theories on this, and of course all are old school. One of the theories is as the old Masons travelled from the west to the east in search of knowledge, and as a result were referred to as travelling men. Another theory is the old Masons were thought to be trustworthy and honourable, and because of that were given free travel, a right to roam. Again, hence the travelling men. Or the third theory, which seems to be the most popular, is the old Masons, as they travelled from place to place, building cities in those places, and of course the infrastructure of the modern world in which we now experience. And as a result, those guys were referred to and known as travelling men, and that's where the saying comes from. The third choice seems to be the most popular. You can choose whichever one you like. I thought it was interesting. Freemasonry's not for me. I quite like the old architecture of some of those old buildings, but the Freemasonic thing isn't for me whatsoever. I like to walk in my own shoes. I'm a free spirit. I like to do my own thing and follow my heart, not be part of some wink wink nudge nudge club wearing interesting pantomime type costumes and getting up to who knows what behind closed doors. No thank you. I walk alone. And remember, no travelling man on this earth will ever refute physical reality. And just like I stated to the Master Mason, physical reality proves to us all the globe earth theory is impossible. Have a good one, everyone.